Hi everyone, my name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. The channel name is Alba Stitcher. This is a channel predominantly about cross stitch. I have done some knitting in the past, but nothing recently. Today is Thursday the 5th of August. Not sure how that happened, how we managed to get to August. This year is flying by. And it's a bit of an update on what I've been doing, what I've been stitching. It's been about almost 3 weeks since my last video. That's partly because I am still in cast. Don't know if you can hear that. I'm back at the hospital next Friday, and we'll see what the next stage is. I'm hoping the cast comes off and I get a walking boot. At the moment this is a non-weight bearing cast, which means I can't put any weight on my leg at all. So there's a lot of hopping around. I use a frame. I have it here right next to me, a walking frame, and I also have crutches. I'm hoping once I get the walking boot, I will be able to move around more, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll manage to get outside as well. At the moment, I can't get up and down the stairs at the front or the back of the house. So yeah, when I go to the hospital, I use patient transport. They come and take me in a walking chair, which means, if anybody doesn't know, you sit in the chair and there's wheels and it automatically goes up and down the stairs. So yeah, it's not like they're lifting you. So yeah, that's the kind of update on that. There's nothing much else happening for me. I have worked a few hours here and there for my employer. I work from home anyway, so I have logged on a few times. It's a bit disjointed, but it's at least keeping my hand in a little bit, because I'm hoping that with time moving on that I'll manage to get back to working some more. Anyway, I believe you're all here for the cross stitch. You're not here for me yabbering on about my leg, but what I would like to say is thank you very much for all the well wishes that I've received, the messages, the emails. I was quite blown away. People have been very kind and generous. And even if I can harness a little bit of that goodwill, hopefully it makes my recovery quicker. The last time I was at the hospital, they told me everything was fine. I was kind of recovering the way they would expect. There was no infection in my wounds. The stitches came out. So fingers crossed we're on track for the next kind of stage. But they did tell me most likely I won't drive this year. So that's a bit of a blow. So yeah, that'll impact when I am up and moving, what I can and cannot do. So I would like to thank everyone who has messaged me, commented, left a comment on the videos, messaged me through Instagram. It's all really greatly appreciated. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you're returning, thank you very much for putting up with a rambling Scotswoman. What I've got for you today is quite a lot, because obviously I'm not working as much, so I have some time to spend stitching, and as a result I have one finish, I have one work in progress, so one project in progress, and a couple of new starts, 3 new starts I think. Yeah, I've also got some haul. I've got some birthday haul as well that people have sent me. And I've got another giveaway to do at the end. I would just like to say that the winner of the last giveaway, which was for the Blue Flower Tudor Bee, has not contacted me. So if you are, let me just get this correct, the farmhouse in the field, if you can get in touch with me either through leaving a comment on this video or contacting me through Instagram or my email address, which is also included in the comments, I can get this posted out to you. If I do not hear back by the next video that I do, so who knows what that will be in a few weeks' time, I will draw another name for it, because I have another giveaway this time and I want to just kind of keep it going. So if I don't hear back from the farmhouse in the field, then I'll draw again. So yeah. Okay, let me tell you what I've got. You might remember that I showed this one in my last video that I was just about to start it, which is Tralala, the Magic Cauldron, and I finished it. This is stitched on, picture this, plus Heartland. Let me just show you. Let's see if you can get the full. I'm just checking to make sure. Yeah, okay. So this is stitched on 14 count, picture this, plus Heartland, using all the called for over dyed threads. It's not such a big chart. I can tell you what the size is. It's 165 by 73. It's not all over dyes. There are some DMC in there as well. That is one monster mouse. When I was stitching the mouse, I started with the big mouse in the middle. My mum was like, that's a big mouse. So yeah, quite a big mouse, but I love the design. I thoroughly enjoyed stitching it. I know some people had commented that they had tracked down the chart as well. Yeah, it was quite, for me at this time, it was quite a quick stitch. So yeah, I have a finish, which was really good. So, Tralala, Magic Cauldron is now done, which is great. Then I had some progress on my snowy stack. You may remember this is a Bothy kit, Bothy Threads kit. I've had it in my stash for a little bit of a while. Let me just get this so that you can see it. And here it is here. And the last time you saw it, I don't think I had done any of the back stitch over the face. So that's the back stitch. I need to add in the eyes, and then I've started on the polar bear. And if you remember when I last spoke, I said I wasn't planning on doing the whole design. I was literally only going to do the stack. I'm still in two minds whether I'm going to do the Christmas tree topper and the bottom, or whether I'll just keep it as the animals. I'm tending towards to just keeping it as the animals. So that's my progress there. I'm going to try and do some more stitching on this one, because actually I really enjoy stitching on it, but I'm now at the kind of solid white, which yeah, can be a little bit tedious, but I'm going to try and get some more done. So yeah, I also worked on that one. I also want to say I didn't work at all on my own blue flower, Tudor Bee. I hope to pick this up maybe when my mobility is a bit better and I can get to my own stitching spot. So if you've not started and you're still interested, please, the Tudor B Style will be a long running one, because I will keep it going. There are many of you finished, so congratulations to Kim, the Contented Stitcher, who was hosting this with me. She has already finished hers. But if you've not started and you're still interested, please use the hashtag Tudor B SAL. I'll be stitching this probably right into October, and hopefully I'll get it finished then. What else have I worked on? I've also been working on a couple of new starts, and since I've last seen you, it was my birthday, and my birthday start that I had planned was, I think it was a Romy's Creation Cat Quaker. I think I have it all kitted up, all ready to go, but I changed my mind at the last minute because I just felt I wanted to maybe do something that I would normally stitch on Ada, and this one here, which is the Halloween Cat by Satsuma Street. Now, a number of you have completed this and you told me how much you enjoyed stitching on it, and I concur. If you haven't stitched on this and you have it in your stash, then I would certainly say you should start it, because I have loved stitching on it. I don't know what I have here. Yeah, I have a Roll Bobbin, and this is my start on it. Now, I only started it at my birthday. The fabric is Da Vinci. It's Picture This plus Da Vinci. Give me a second so you can see it a little bit clearer. The fabric is 14 count, Picture This plus Da Vinci. It's again an undertone of lilac. It's a bit washed out looking. I'm in a different spot today. I'm directly in front of a large window, but the colour is probably, I don't know even if I can get it to, but it's a little bit more lilac than it's showing. This is a full page finish. The chart I don't believe is so big. Let me tell you what the stitch count is. If I have it here, I think I have it on this. All charted in DMC, which is great. It's 104 by 116, and I have one full page finish. I stitched the black, it's DMC black, but I used 3 strands, not 2. Everything else I've done in 2 strands. I do believe the 2 strands would have been fine. I used 2 strands in the Magic Cauldron. If I can just show you, maybe I can do a little bit of a comparison. Hold please, I will be able to organise this if you look at the mouse. Because the mouse is done on 2 strands on the Magic Cauldron, but I decided to do 3 strands here, and you can see that the coverage is more. In hindsight, I don't think I needed to do it. I could have just left it at 2 strands, because when I finished the Magic Cauldron, I was really happy with the coverage for the mouse. But for Halloween Cap, I used 3 strands, so that's why it looks a little bit denser. But it's a great stitch, thoroughly enjoying. The whips that I've got at the moment, I'm loving stitching on all of them. So yeah, it's a little bit of a battleground which one I'm going to stitch on every day. So yeah, that was the Halloween cat. If you just bear with me while I put this away. Because yeah, my poor mother, everything that I do, my mum has to help, so if I can try and keep it in some sort of order for her, that's always a bit better. Okay, so when I finished the Magic Cauldron, I decided, okay, I want another start. Let's keep the truck moving, and I picked this one up. Now, this chart I had never seen, but I do know some people have stitched it because they've commented it. It's Christmas at Winterberry Cabin by Brenda Gervais, and I picked this up off a shop on eBay. I kitted it up with the called for. This is not a big chart. It genuinely is not a big chart. I'll give you the dimensions here. Let me see. It's 168 by 84. But if I tell you now, these are all over dyed threads, so there's no DMC and there's no DMC conversion, it's all over dyes. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 over dyed threads. And so far, I'm about getting close to a page finish on it. I'm just going to move my ground guard so that you can see it clearly. Just about page finish on it. And to be frank, if I had maybe taken some time to look at the colours, I may well have done a DMC conversion, because a lot of this is just like what, a couple of stitches here, a couple of stitches there. But yeah, that's how far I am. Now this is again 14 count Heartland by Picture This Plus. I managed to pick up an odd cut from the Homemakery, which is based in the UK. She is mostly fabric for sewing, but she does have some Picture This Plus, and she had this odd size, and it's perfect for this. And I have a whole big bit here, which once this one is finished, I'll cut, and I'll use it for a couple of more smalls. Let me just move that needle minder so you can see. But it is actually a very enjoyable stitch. This is another one which I'm really enjoying stitching on. But yeah. So this is Christmas at Winterberry Cabin. I don't think there's too much more to do on it. I'll hopefully get it finished within the next few weeks or before I see you again. So my advice, if you were going to stitch this one, is just to have a look at the large number of over dyed threads. And I had another start after that. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this already. I've been greatly influenced by what I've seen, the number of people who have chosen to do a Carolyn Manning design, and me also. I've seen so many on Instagram, I thought I need to get part of that. The biggest problem with these designs is choosing one. You can't just choose one, you want to have them all. So after much debate, going back and forth, this is the one that I decided upon, which is Thistle. I think it's important for me to be patriotic, but I really like it. I like all the colour shades, and actually when I pulled all the DMC, it did seem not actually how I thought it was going to be, so it's really good when you stitch it up, because then you really see how things are going. So I'll show you what I've done so far. I've really not long started, but I do thoroughly enjoy it. Let me just take the chart off. It's one that you really do need to, because I'll just show you a little tiny bit of the chart. You need to highlight to as you go, or you will get lost. And there's the threads. So this is as far as I've gotten on it. So that's Thistle. This is a 16 count Ada. I decided just to do it on Ada, all using the called for threads. This is a little needle minder that I picked up in the last few weeks. How cute is that cat? Now, the company that I bought this from is called Maloka Designs. I'll link it below. They also do charts, but I like the needle minder, and that's my start on Thistle. And here are all the called for threads. So wait, I'll show you this. All these beautiful threads. In fact, I'll take my hoop away. All these beautiful threads. They're all DMC, and I really want to show you the beautiful thread ring that I have on. Now, I should have just kept that here so that you can see it. Now, I purchased the ring with the, I don't know, thread keeper and the floss tags of a company on eBay. I did ask the woman if she had a website or if she sold on Etsy, but I've not heard back yet. But if not, I'll link eBay down below from where I got it. I thought it was very reasonably priced. I love the charm that's there, and these are the colours. And as you see, it's maybe not what you think when you first look at the chart for Thistle, but yeah, I'm absolutely in love. There is another one, and as I say, the biggest challenge I think with these charts is to choose one, because you're like, oh, I like that one, oh, I like that one. But there's another one that I've seen stitched on Instagram, and I can't remember who it was. It was called Watermelon Tourmaline. That one might be next on my list. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. For me, it's a very easy stitching in the blocks. This one is based on a quilt block design. Yeah, cross-stitch quilt blocks. They're all a little bit different, but yeah, I'm super happy with this one. Yeah, okay, so let me just put this away. And what I should also say is for the company, excuse me, the company who sent me, who I bought this from, they also send like a little free gift of extra floss drops, so that was very nice. Super happy with that. Okay, I'll just have a quick drink of water. So as I said, it was also my birthday since I last spoke to you, and I did receive some birthday gifts. I also received some birthday money, which was quite good. But at this point, I would like to thank the people who bought me a coffee. I had quite a few purchased since my last video, so thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated, and I just wanted to share a couple of little cards with you as well. So anybody who knows me knows that I love cats. So there's this one here which I got. Thank you very much, Pauline and Sarah. And I also purchased some fabric, and I don't think I've brought it through here, off of Stash Unload, I think. And they included this little card, and what I wanted to do was just show it, because I know there's so many people who enjoy sampler stitching, me included. But this is a beautiful card, and it's from the Fitzwilliam Museum, and I believe the sampler, it's a band sampler, and it's Anne Gibbons. Looks like 1769. So that's like really cute. I wanted to share that with everyone, and the likelihood is I'm going to frame that so that I can put it up in my craft space in my own house. Also did a bit of purchasing, my own purchasing, and then I had some gifts. So let me do some gifts first. I had this book sent to me, and I don't know if anyone's seen this book before. I hadn't seen it. It's called Stitchcraft. I'm happy to do a flip through if anyone is interested. It's not cross stitch, it looks like it's all embroidery, but there are a couple of ones I just wanted to show you. The templates are included at the back. I wanted to show you this one here. And let me see if I can find the other one. Yeah, and this one here. But it has a little bit more macabre in you if you're into that. They've got the palmistry hands, which I've actually got a chart from the Witchy Stitcher, which is the palmistry hands. One more, and if people are interested in a flip through, I will certainly do one. But then if you look at this one here, which is the heart. So yeah, for me, a very unusual book, a little bit of a coffee table book anyway. But it is very nice. So yeah, I had that sent to me. That was a birthday gift. I also had some birthday money, which I purchased a few Mill Hill kits with. So I'll show them one at a time. So there's this one here. Anyone who's followed me knows that I like an owl. So there's this little owl. And then I also got this one here, which is more of the ravens. And I ordered this one as well, which is more like a quilt, log cabin quilt, sorry. So yeah, so I got those three, and I also purchased a couple of frames for the Mill Hill kits. And they're very difficult to get a hold of. The Mill Hill kits less so, you can get them in certain places. Although what I find is a lot of places are actually sold out, so you just need to kind of judge your time. But the frames, they were a little bit like gold dust, but I'm really happy with purchasing. I will buy some more frames because I've got an extra one, and there's another chart that I quite like, another kit that I quite like that I would like to try and get a hold of as well from Mill Hill. So yeah, I would need at least 2 more frames. So yeah, that was good. I got the frames from Create Nostalgia. I'll link them below. She had quite a good range, and I was being a total newbie. I was like, oh, I need a 6x6, but on your catalogue it says they're 8x8, and she was like, no, that's the 6x6 aperture, and it's 8x8 frame. So yeah, I learned something new. I also purchased some fabric, some more fabric. I think I've probably got enough fabric now to see me till I'm back to stitching linen. But so this is some more Ada. I don't know if you will see them. Okay, you can see them through the plastic. So these are 3 colouring cotton that I picked up. I don't even know the colour. Right, that one's biscotti. It's a good neutral. Then we have this one here. Caraway. This one's caraway. I really like this one. And then I have this one here, and I'm going to keep this one because I've got a few Halloween that I want to do, and that's graphite. So yeah, I got them, picked them up. Quite hard to get kind of colour and cotton here. And then I picked up a couple of charts. The first one, these were both pre-ordered from Peakside. Ordered them from Peakside. 2 hands-on design. So if pumpkins could fly. And I don't know what happened with this one, but my mum was on Facebook, My mum does not stitch. She doesn't quite get it either. She's like, I don't know what you're doing. You're just sitting there and for hours and hours. I don't know what you do. But this came up in her feed, and I would suspect it was because I use their Wi-Fi all the time. So she said, oh, that's a really cute one. And I said, I've got it ordered. It's coming. So yeah, this one here. And then I also pre-ordered this one as well. And I believe there's two more. So there'll be 9 in total. But yeah, I really like them. So I might do them on the graphite rather than the black. So yeah, I hope they can see them. The only other thing that I bought and I pulled the floss for is this Pineberry Lane. I love Pineberry Lane. I've stitched a few Pineberry Lane. I've also got a couple of whips upstairs for Pineberry Lane, but this one as well, which is the Witch's Garden. And I am tempted to start this after I finish Christmas at Winterberry Cabin because I like it so much. And I've got the thread. Now, you may be wondering, that's a lot of DMC thread you have there, Amanda. If anybody has watched my Instagram, or you'll have seen, I put out a video 2 weeks ago, I think it was, that I ordered and received the DMC cabinet, which has the full DMC thread in it. I don't have it here. To be honest, I personally feel it's too much for me to ask my mum, oh, can you go and get that cabinet and we'll sit it here and then people can see. It's all just too much. So I filmed a video. If you want to see the cabinet that I got, please just watch the video. It's just a quick kind of 4 or 5 minute video. I've not decided what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to bobbinate. That's what I'm leaning towards. I did see some other people have, or when the DMC cabinet's advertised, they just have their threads laying out the skeins. But I think I'm going to bobbinate. I just think that's what I'm going to do. Whether I do it now or whether I do it later, I don't know. But that was a massive treat for me. I bought it because I had quite a big birthday celebration. And again, if you followed me from the beginning, you know that in the last kind of 9 or 8 months, things have been very, very different. It wasn't how I thought I was going to spend my birthday. It wasn't how I thought I was going to spend my birthday the second way 2.0. So I just felt I wanted to reward myself with something. Yeah, so I found it's not widely available, but if you just do a Google search, you'll see a number of different retailers selling it, and it's up to you where you buy it from. I felt I got a good deal. It's up to you. The other thing that I wanted to share was that I also joined the thread club that Lakeside Needlecraft is running. Now, a few years ago, when I was living in the Netherlands, the Lakeside Needlecraft run a thread club for Week's Dye Works. And what happens is that every month you get invoiced for, I can't even remember how many threads it is. I can tell you how many it is for Classic Colourworks. Looks like 10. You'll get invoiced for 10 threads, pay the invoice, and then you get the threads sent out. So I did that. I don't know how long it took, 1.5 years, 2 years maybe, and I managed to collect a full set of Week's Dye Works, which for me has been really good. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I'll do it for DMC. Maybe I'll do it for maybe something else. I don't know what they've got. But then I bought the DMC whole set, so then I didn't have to do it for the DMC. And then I noticed on their website that they were doing it for Classic Colourworks. So here is the first instalment for Classic Colourworks, their thread club. So we have Autumn Spice, we have Antique Lace, we have Amber Waves, 12 Grain, Almost Auburn, Apple Fritter, which is actually a great red in my opinion, Argyle Socks, Amethyst, Aunt Marie's Violet, and then finally Auntie D. So I believe we received them in kind of alphabetical order, and if anything is missing, they fill it in later. It's an easy way, in my opinion, to collect if you're interested in collecting a full set. So yeah, I received the full set, the first instalment to have the full set, which I'm quite pleased about. So that was really all my purchases. I don't have any under 1,000 subscribers. There is someone that I watched last night that I didn't note down in my booklet, but I'll keep a little note for next time. But I just also wanted to mention something that Mama Loves You GB Michelle talked about in her video, which was about doing the little business cards as DMC thread keeps. So if that's something that you would be interested in, I would highly recommend you watch her video. It's a great way of connecting with other stitchers. But I also wanted to do another giveaway. So as you know, I'm a big Blackbird design fan. I love all their charts. I always buy all the Blackbirds. So I thought I would do another giveaway. The giveaway this time is for this chart here, which is Morning Star. And I've included the threads. So you'll get both the chart and the threads. What I would ask is that you use the word star in your comment. It doesn't have to be in a sentence. I'll search for the word star in the comments. What I would ask is that you are over 18. Please do not mention giveaway. I would like it if you were a subscriber. I'll not check, but I would like you to be a subscriber. And then what I'll do is I'll do the random comment picker in a few weeks' time, and then we'll have a winner for this one. And if I don't hear back from the other giveaway, I will do another draw for that. So there's potentially 2 draws next time I film. So yeah, if you like Blackbird design, you like this chart, I believe it's still in print. There's nothing, it's not out of print, but it is super cute. If you look here on the box top, and then they've done the top on the little round boxes as well. It's really nice. And that's the threads. So I'll be giving that away in my my next video. And I think that's really it, which I'm surprised about, because I thought, oh, this is going to be really long. I have lots of stuff, I have stitching, but looks like I just get to the point and don't have so much to say. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for their comments, their likes, subscribing, for all the well wishes I've received. I'm hoping the next time I speak to you, I'm another step forward to getting back to whatever normality is. I hope you all take care of yourselves, and please be careful in the shower, because that was how I managed to slip and break my ankle. And yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.